This is a story that began a long time ago in the rolling hills of Scotland, an ocean away, the birthplace of the Angus breed. In 1873, George Grant, a Scotsman, founded a settlement in western Kansas, a couple of 100 miles from where we are today. He named the town Victoria after the British Queen and began his work of improving the native longhorn cattle that grazed his pastures. Grant transported the first Angus cattle from Scotland to the United States, 4 Angus bulls. Considered freaks because of their hornless heads and black hides, the breed also sparked interest in cowboys who could see the merit and value of producing better beef. By the time of Grant's death in 1878, the breed had left a great impression on America's cattlemen, fueling interest in more importations down the road. In 1865, when visionary industrialists formed the Chicago Union Stockyards, a vast meatpacking industry like the world had never seen before rose up along Chicago's South Side. Stockmen soon shipped countless millions of cattle, sheep, and hogs by rail from farms and ranches across the American West. On December 8, 1880, a tall, rangy Missourian came to the Chicago stockyards with 36 head of cattle. His name was Joseph Ray, and his pen of Angus steers were the first Angus cattle sold at auction in the United States. In the late 1800s, 2 Chicago businessmen, James Anderson and George Finley, both natives of Scotland, imported the first herd of registered Angus cattle to their farm just north of the Windy City. The American Aberdeen Angus Breeders Association was born on November 21, 1883, at a meeting of breeders at the Grand Pacific Hotel in Chicago. The organization moved its headquarters to the Chicago Stockyards in 1902, where it officed in the purebred livestock and record building for more than 50 years. With the decline of the Chicago packing industry, the organization moved to St. Joseph, Missouri in 1956, where it remains today. One of the more influential Angus breeders of the 20th century was W.A. McHenry of Denison, Iowa. He produced a bull named Earl Marshall, a preeminent Angus bull who was born 100 years ago this year. His genetic contribution continues to resonate in the Angus breed. Virtually all Angus cattle registered in America trace their roots back to this bull. Today, the significance of the Angus breed cannot be overlooked. Nearly half of the American landscape is devoted to grazing cattle. 750,000 individual family ranches and farms raise cattle. Nearly 2/3 of the national cow herd is Angus or Angus Cross. The American Angus Association ranks among the largest cattle organizations in the world. The National Junior Angus Association is the largest of its kind in the industry, and each year hundreds of families journey across countless miles to participate in the National Junior Angus Show. This is a story that began with a dream on the Kansas plains. It's a story that lives on each year when champions are selected at this show. And most of all, this is a story that lives on with you today. What chapter will you write in the coming days? What will be your contribution? How will people remember what you've done here? This is what the National Junior Angus Show is all about. Welcome to Aberdeen in 2013. Together, let's make history.